Do you struggle with connecting to the C-suite? The truth is, many VPs, directors, and high potential managers do struggle with how to speak with and connect with C-level executives. So in this video, what I want to share with you are the ABCDEs of how to connect to the C-suite. ABCDE, which means there are 5 proven strategies on connecting with the C-suite, and each of them will begin with that letter of the alphabet. So let's go, because I don't like to waste any time. Step number 1 is A. A stands for adopt the C-level mindset. You want to connect with C-suite, you want to connect with these senior echelons of the corporation, then it's important that you sound like one, because you want to know that they know and they feel like you belong within the boardroom. So when it comes to sounding like them, when it comes to adopting their mindset, it is utmost important to understand their values, their priorities, what they're dedicated towards in their career path. Because even C-suite, they had a whole new career path. You may not have been there for it, but they had a career path that led to their current role as a C-suite. So understand from their perspective, not yours, but from their perspective, what are their highest values? What are they dedicated towards within this industry, within the corporation as well? And when you can serve and when you can truly understand what their values are, this is where you can provide the highest level of service. And this is where you can truly sound like them, because when you understand what their highest priorities are, it will truly inform you on how to create the content of your communications that really tailors it towards that C-level executive. So this is important when it comes to understanding what somebody else values. It's not sufficient just to ask them. And I've had a lot of executives through my coaching program asking me, well, how do I know what somebody else values? If I don't ask them, how do I know what they value? And this is a really, really important skill set to have, because this is how you truly connect with somebody, whether it be your team member, your colleagues, or C-suite as well. And this is why it's not sufficient to ask somebody, because most people don't really know and can't really articulate what they value. And instead, in response to a question, what are your most important values? What do you value most? What are your priorities? Usually in response to that, they'll tell you something that is ideal. They'll tell you something that is really what is truly nice to have, or maybe truly what they're supposed to say. But when it comes down to their core values, what they truly demonstrate as a leader in the corporation, those things don't usually come out in conversation. So it's important for you to develop the vernacular, the skill set. How do you be able to hone that in just through observation, through being able to ask the right questions, being able to be around them, and having that skill set to be able to delineate what their true values are, not necessarily what they say they are, but their true values are. And in so doing, you can truly adopt the mindset of a C-level executive. So the second strategy is B, and B stands for build authority. And this is where it's important. You want to connect with C-level executives. You got to know their business, understand their business inside and out, and understand their industry as well. So their industry, their business means best practices, recent trends. What are their movements? What are their setbacks? What is the competitive analysis? Like, understand their business inside and out. And when you're having conversations with C-level executives, they're going to have an expectation of your business acumen. So this is why it's important in conversation with them. Don't be asking discovery questions about their business that you could have been able to discover yourself through research or just through tailored conversation. Don't be asking those discovery questions. This is where it's important that you can articulate the value of what you have to offer. And articulating your value is going to sound very different when you're articulating in front of C-suite. Because the C-suite's going to know, they're going to want to know primarily, well, how do you fit into this equation? And it's important for you to articulate the value in terms of how you fit into the equation in their overarching business. C-suite, think about their role. They are involved. They're in the primary strategic direction of the company. They want to know that we're going to be able to thrive in this industry. So how do you fit in the equation? Be able to and be prepared to articulate your value from a very firm understanding of the business. And in the moment you can do so, this is how you build authority in their minds. It's not about asking discovery questions. It's not about trying to explore what the problems are. It's not about asking them and trying to delineate for them what the expectations are for your role. They're going to expect that you already know that. So that's why building authority in front of C-suite is a completely different exercise and a completely different way to navigate that. So far, we've covered A and B. A was to adopt the C-level mindset. B was to build authority. C is to communicate with impact. Communications is the highest level of value in the marketplace. Your C-level executives in the corporation, they spend most of their times in communications with others. So that's why it's important to be able to communicate the value of what you have to bring with respects to their business goals. And when you're communicating, the biggest mistake that I see executives make, VPs and directors included, is that they lead with questions. They lead with discovery questions. They lead with questions to develop a better understanding. They lead with questions to develop a better connection with their C-level executives. But with C-suite, it's the complete opposite. Instead of leading with questions, you want to lead with insight. Specifically, insight that you see with respects to opportunities in their business. Because this is the time not about asking discovery questions. This is the time where you want to be able to share your insights, not have them educate you in their business. And asking questions to C-suite can give that effect. So when it comes to communication, what is the value that you bring? What are the opportunities that you see? And how can you share your deepest insight with relation to that while communicating all of those things in accordance with their highest values? That goes back to step number 1, articulation. It comes back to adopting their mindset, uncovering uncovering what's the highest priority for them. So if you're somebody who really wants to hone this skill set and you're serious about it because connecting with executives is something that you want out of your career path to lead and step up into higher levels of leadership, if that is you, then I invite you to work with me. Below this video in the description, there is a link, and that is an application to book a call with either myself or a member of my team. This is what we're going to explore. If it is the right fit, then you're going to be invited into my coaching program where I'm going to train you on how do you adopt the C-level mindset. Because in this video, you discovered what to do, but now in this coaching, I'm going to share with you exactly step by step, how do you implement this? How do you discover their highest values? What are the steps? How do you observe what their highest values are without directly asking them? How do you articulate your insights? How do you extrapolate your insights from your knowledge? And more importantly, how do you position in front of C-level executives? So only if you're serious about discovering the steps for yourself, then click the link below and I look forward to working with you on the inside. Letter D is to deliver on benefit. Craft your interaction with C-level executives with their desired destination in mind. This is where it's important that you know what their goals are. Because one of the things that C-level executives are going to be thinking when you're in communications with them is not just what's in it for me. They're going to also be thinking about what's in it for the business. So this is where it's important to be able to know the goals, the mission objectives, and where this business is going, and be able to identify opportunities. You should be able to know enough to get straight to the point. It's not about talking about the features of what you have to bring or the features of the recommendation you're about to bring. It is your deepest insights based on your experiences. So you should be able to deliver it, because the moment you try to discover and ask them about their goals and objectives, so you need to ask them, they're going to be wondering why you don't already know. So that's why it's important. Understand what is the desired objective? What is the desired destination that they have? What are the values that drive that desired destination? And communicate and deliver on those benefits. So if this has been relevant for you and if this has been eye-opening for you, then I want to hear from you. Comment below. What was your key takeaway from today's video? And the final strategy is E, and E stands for embody visionary thinking and skill. Let's face it, the C-level executives are visionaries, which means that they're not just thinking about this year, they're not just thinking about next year, they're thinking 10 years out. Some of the C-level executives have the capabilities of visionary thinking, and they think generations out, lifetimes out. So this is your opportunities to expand your time and space horizons. Develop visionary thinking, and it's not something that people are born with. It is a skill set that you can hone and that you can develop. And the best way to develop that visionary thinking goes back to step number 1 in this video. So all of these things are intricate, they are intertwined, they don't work in isolation. These strategies work in cohesion with one another. So be able to develop that skill, but first of all, you have to have the right mindset. Believe that this is a skill set, if you don't already have it, that it is able to develop. So what are you going to do to develop it? Are you committed to becoming the C-level, the executive, the higher levels of leadership? Are you committed to becoming the leader that you say you want to become? And I have another video for you if you're somebody who realizes that you're spending a lot of time in the boardroom presenting in front of C-level executives. Then in the next video, I'm going to share with you 3 strategies on how you can ace your presentations in front of the C-suite. That video is coming right up next. Don't go anywhere.